Hey friends, welcome back. When Milwaukee first entered the outdoor power equipment string trimmer category, they had a single battery trimmer like this one right here. There's actually two variations. This one has the motor on the end, and then they have a quick lock system, their attachment series, and that has the motor back here. So that has worked really well for me, and I felt like it's always had enough power, but when you get into the really heavier stuff, like get off road a little bit, then there's been a demand for a 2 battery system. So this is something that was introduced at their pipeline event last summer in 2023, and it became available in January this year, 2024. And now, as you can see behind me, we have some really thick green grass. Things have been growing, and it's time for me to put this to the test. So in this video, we're going to start back at the beginning, do a 30-second unboxing. We're going to get right to the action, and then towards the end of the video, we're going to go through all the specs, and I'm going to explain to you some of the differences and why you might want to go with this one right here as an upgrade. So let's get started. So here's an area where I can really put this to the test. This is really thick and dense. I really never mow this. I did mow a path in there last year. I was going to grow some sunflowers, but we'll just see how this powers through. We're going to be on high speed. So you can see this stuff is pretty thick. So it just powers right through. Other trimmers I've used, you can just hear them bogging down. This just keeps going. So that's impressive. All right, we'll go this way now so you can get a close-up look. Check that out, right to the bare ground. That's awesome. And I still never had to refresh the string. So right now we're going to tackle these tall weeds around this section right here. Further in there are some pricker bushes, and that's where you want to use a brush blade. Milwaukee makes a brush blade attachment for their quick lock system. If you want to see that, I will put a link down below that you can check out. But let's get started with this right here. Whoop. I didn't notice that big sapling right there in the weeds, but as you notice, this didn't bog down when it hit it. I let go of the trigger right away. So in just a matter of like 30 seconds, I took that whole section out right there. So right now is the time of the year where I start off with all my spring projects. The grass and weeds have been just out of control this year, more so than ever. So we're going to start with this, and then probably over the next week, I'll get into the beds right here, and we're going to get that cleaned up, get some mulch in there. But let's try it on some of this thick stuff right here. This thing is so powerful. I have to be careful not to hit the mailbox post that's made of cedar. So we're going to try to stay away from that. All right, we've been going like crazy. We're down to 1 bar. The nice thing on here is you don't have to go to each battery to see what kind of power you have. You can easily see it right there. So another thing on this I like, that I'm not sure you can do on the other models, you can toggle between the fast and low speed. So you can see there's a turtle and a rabbit. So watch this, we're gonna start off on the rabbit. Right there, we're on low speed. I'm not 100% sure, but I think on the other one you had to actually stop and then switch it and then start over again. So I've only had a chance to use this for 1 day, but I have to say in my 1 day using this, I have never come across a trimmer that's had this much power. It just hits that thick stuff and you never hear it bog down, it just keeps going. I have some bigger gas trimmers and they cut through that really well, but sometimes they do bog down, you have to get them to ramp back up again. This is just instantaneous. If you're somebody that doesn't keep up on the trimming and goes out once in a while, this one right here is for you. Okay, let's take a look at the specs. So here we have the box, and right away we can see this gets up to full throttle in under 1 second. It's the fastest clearing. This has the highest maintained cut speed. And this is the most powerful with the most peak torque. You can see how they compare the Milwaukee against the leading 31cc gas competitor and a leading 36 volt battery one. This is model 3006-22, and we have a 3-year warranty on the tool and the batteries. So here's some other important specs. The cutting swath, you have your choice of 15 to 17 inches. The line diameter ranges from 0.080 all the way up to 0.105. The RPM goes all the way up to 6,200. The length of this with the battery is 73 inches. And the weight with the batteries, 16.5 pounds. I hope I've been able to show you everything that you want to know about this trimmer right here. If there's something I left out, please let me know. So that's it for now, friends. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day. We had some nice sun over there, but now all the clouds are moving in. We're gonna have to wrap this up, Leo. So what do you think about that trimmer?